Hello, and good morning. Time for more of these things. So yeah, whatever, let's just get right into this. I'm actually just gonna save this right here, just in case something goes south. Yeah, honestly, I'm not worried about losing to these guys so much as just running out of shots. It's kind of the running theme throughout this entire run. And honestly, why so many of the bits took so many different attempts. Alright. Mr. Rick here seems reasonably competent on speed, but I think we're gonna run into hitbox issues with these rockets here. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I can keep up with his speed pretty well, especially if he's going for those really long turns. This OST is amazing. So yeah, LR would be so much better with a reasonable soundtrack. I'm just saying, like, just put almost anything over it and it immediately improves so much. It's kind of nuts. Missed a little bit on a kind of reflexive shot there. Hell, even just take any of the soundtracks from the other games and it's already immediately improved. Alright, this guy is taking a bit more punishment than I would have actually given him credit for. But alright, fair enough. It happens sometimes. Trying to drop some larges into him to slow him down a little bit. Yeah, they're, all the arena guys are a bit spazzy. Kind of funny how that goes. Actually, most of the early ones are ridiculously spazzy. Like, I noticed I actually forgot to save when I did the arena last time. So when I was going back, I had to redo friggin' quota. I was like, man, this guy's way harder to hit than I would have expected, actually. God, that slow fire rate. Every time, man. Every time with that slow fire rate. I was like, yep, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be done. Nope. It's always, you know what, it doesn't even have a set value, it's just exactly more than you thought it was gonna be. That's what it is on the largest. That's you know, they fit that all there in that, like, 5-letter box. As you do, as you do. Alright, I just blew off something. And if he just wants to sit there, I'm not gonna complain. There we are. Actually, I did a little bit of testing. I went through and tried out using the assault rockets and stuff like that. Not worth it. It's just like, no matter what, their only value is stun, and even then they can't really keep it up. Alright, now we have hardest fight ever. Aubrey. Now, when I went through the extra arena, there was one bit of a bum thing that I found out, which is that apparently all three of the hidden guys there are unlocked separately. But, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna fight the one that's there. I don't think I'm gonna bother going through and unlocking all of them. Because, all the other guys are already fought in the story, and really the only two missing are the two blue guys, which the heavy blue guy, he can sometimes be challenging, but it's not anything mind-blowing. It's nothing on the caliber of anything else that's been based throughout this entire thing. Like, really, the blue guy's main thing is just he's pretty much the only one that uses a shield. That's his whole shtick. So, you know, if you want references to the book that, like, 2 people read, then there you go, it's there. At least 2 people stateside. Music's still amazing. I kid you not, I've been listening to this on loop since yesterday. I can't not listen to it. It's too good. Oh yeah, and I gotta ask what it was too, so, it's the remix of the Interception theme from UFO Defense. And it was basically remade into a DLC thingy, and it was a free DLC that came out a couple days ago, and it's just so frickin' baller. Like, they immediately after it came out, people were requesting to be able to just go buy the album, so within a day they had it up and ready to buy. Like, it was that good. People saw this thing and they're like, no, we need to give you money. It's that good. Alright. You slow, lumbering thing. And I like to joke Aubrey Dion is just... I don't know, they must have suffered brain damage at some point. This is all they do. If you ever want to test part break mechanics, by the way, they're the one to do it on. Because they will just sit there and take it most of the time. Like, if you've got a lock-on of any description, it's not even a fight. It's kind of a wonder how they got this far. Alright. Now, Leandro will be a different story. He's actually going to be hard to hit. Now, best bet, I figure, is probably going to be early larges, maybe? And this guy's hard to hit even with a lock-on. He's staying on the ground a lot more than usual. My goodness. Would you reload the dang thing? I mean, you're not ordering it from China, just friggin' load it in there. It's already in. Yeah, balancing on rockets is dubious at best. Actually, forgot to drop a save before this fight. It's fine. Whatever. Basically, everything up until... well, pretty much just up until Damon, really, is going to be falling under the realm of acceptable losses anyway. It's just his that's like 100 grand, so you can only try it so many times. Which is kind of an unfortunate grind. I guess they expect you to go back and, you know, refight other ones for practice or something, but hey, it's kind of a meh in my book. Could have done without the bets. Like, honestly, I think the best way to do it would have been what was implied in Formula Front, like where they would come back and like challenge you occasionally, like if you end up doing badly in a mission or something, like, oh yeah, no, this guy's a total chump, we're gonna go fight you here, or maybe have handicap matches, or like themed matches or something like that, like, you know, everybody's going in and you're limited to X types of categories of parts, or, you know, you probably wouldn't be able to limit leg types, but, you know, like maybe you can't use extensions, or you gotta be on a small map or something. Should have been aiming a little higher. There we go. I think his kneecaps are just about busted here. Sorry, Leandro, I got plenty of practice on this map. And navigate it backwards. Although, funnily enough, they did actually redo some of the buildings for this one. That is to say, they gave some of them different edges that they didn't have before, which is a weird detail. There's a lot of really weird details now that I think about it, that fall under the category of why exactly would they bother with this and not some other stuff, but... ah, well. From is weird like that, aren't they? This is what I was worried about, this guy. Doing those multiplayer matches yesterday, and it's some good stuff there. So we were doing like a rocket and jank build type of thing. So like we were just doing a bunch of crap that people would normally never use, and it was kind of a funny realization after the fact. Like we kept running into each other's shots for a while, and it occurred to me later on, like, well, you know, the only reason that we're probably doing that is because we're basically in a position where each of us has to aim for the other in pretty much the same way. We kind of have to counter each other's movements in order to be able to aim these things. So we're basically just repeatedly having a long-range slugfest. We're like, how are we instinctively running into this crap? I don't get it. So, that was an interesting little find, but if we end up doing a rocket tournament of some sort at some point, it should probably be limited to a single frame. Because just heavier ones will always win out. Glad you're not taking to the sky as much, but all the same, I'd like to actually finish this off here. This is kind of why I was a little bit iffy on doing it, to be totally honest. There's a lot of this. So if you aren't a fan of trying to hit something out of ammo that's moving all fast like all over the place, well, this is not going to be the part of the run for you, I'm afraid. I think I need maybe 6 more shots on him. Now I've mentally started aiming towards the right shoulder. That's why I'm going a little bit short on the lead there. Yeah. It's like a weird mental adjustment you can't exactly control. Alright, bud. Come on. We're not doing this all day. Apparently we are. Okay, so if you're wondering what's going on with the aim there, I'm aiming a little bit low to try to be able to catch his toes easier. But unfortunately, in some elevations, that gets a little bit jacked up, and he decided not to land there, because the AIs can just do that. It would be nice to have that luxury, you know? Like, I just want to not land. Well, more power to you then, I guess. If you are an AI, you get the infinite energy to be able to do so. Actually, I think Leandro is one of the less cheaty ones, but it's still annoying. It's kind of a pain in the neck. It's literally just, I get to not follow the rules now, so fight me kind of thing. That was especially true with Zen there. Which, she actually does have infinite energy. Like, if you use a cheat to fly up, she will infinitely hover in the ceiling forever. You know, now that I think about it, I think that's, that weird, you know, I'm gonna land, oh wait, no I'm not, haha, it was so funny maneuver. I think that's actually unique to LR. I'm trying to think when it actually happened anywhere else in the series. I don't think it did. Yeah, I think this one's a redo. Pretty sure at this point, unless I nail all 4 of these, yeah, no. It's kind of annoying, because he's not actually a threat. That's the frustrating part. Like, so many of these, they're not even actual threats. You just, you know, they'll be on friggin' 2 AP, and they're like, oh, you ran out of shots, but they don't have the option to quit. Great. That's just great. Double hand this guy? That sounds very wrong. Admittedly, what I should have done is just do these all post-commentary, but whatever. Doing it live-ish. Do the whole streamy thing because I need the option to just bail out and deal with kiddos at any second now. If that option becomes re-available in the future, then it will be pursued. Going a little better this time. I think part of the reason that I like this so much is it sounds so much like Danger Zone. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Not Pally. Oh, by the way, nifty trick. If you ever have trouble with those micro missiles, there's a literally all you have to do is, like, if you're doing one of these, just tap the analog stick forward, and then immediately release. I don't know if it messes up their tracking or what, but typically they tend to just fly straight around you. Like, I think it's just, it does a little tiny nudge to get you just through the center of them, but not enough for it to actually adjust its aim. Very useful during the Zen fight. So if you're wondering why so many of them just flew straight around the AC, that's why. Alright. Come on, Dickus Maximus. Just eat it already. Man. Such challenge. So threatened right now. Like, I love this guy's build, but this is tedious. Interestingly, yeah, I guess they just made these buildings indestructible now. Right? It's possible. Let's go to the barges. I really had enough of this maneuver for forever. Alrighty. Yeah. So smart. You sure showed me. Getting so challenged. Alright. Oh no, wait, I guess they aren't indestructible. They just take a lot more. Quit adjusting your speed. Hate that. It's a thing that literally only affects rockets. Like, it's... Not to mention it's something the player can't really do. Like, the whole adjusting your frickin' velocity mid-flight and all that. Like, yep, I can just cancel out everything perfectly. Alright. Come on. Jackal. Well, that would have been handy if at least one of those hit. Like, granted, larges fly at a different speed, so you gotta aim all different for them, but at the same time, like, every part of that situation was just kind of BS. Come on, 2 more. Eventually. And I'm not gonna lie, after all the other stuff, this guy just feels crappy. Done this the whole time. Alright. There we are, and one more. This last one hits. This is the last time I'm ever freaking fighting this guy. See, I don't care what requests there are. This is the only challenge I'm doing for LR. Honestly, it's It's so many of them just run into this kind of situation where it's not like it's threatening, it's just, hey, can you hit something moving at some ridiculous speed that keeps adjusting its speed. It's not great. It's not great. Anyway, alright, let's, Nah, I'm gonna leave that right there. I probably need to make some loadout adjustments for this guy. I think this is the one that hovers. Or no, he isn't. I know one of them hovers, so that's gonna be annoying to deal with. Doesn't he hover? I've sworn he's a face hugger. No. Maybe not. He's just following normal patterns here. Probably gonna have to give it a little bit of a pause after this one. Yes, yes. Shotguns are scary, I know. At the same time, they're also not too scary in this one. Especially funny how this guy's just basically non-turn. Pretty much exactly. It's definitely scary if you've got a lock on, but it seems like the AI is a little bit confused sometimes when you don't actually have a means to lock on. Like, they don't know which way to evade, because I'm assuming that's part of what they use to determine how they moved. Could be wrong on that, but it definitely seems to be at least part of how they do it. Not so bad, but hitting him's a little bit annoying when he does that aerial maneuver. He is one of the ones that cheats, I believe. So basically that's almost all of them. Stop wiggling, that'd be quite handy. Ah, now I remember why this guy was annoying. It's the leg break on the shotgun. Gotcha. The actual damage-wise, it's not as bad as I remember. It's mostly because I can stay at a longer range here. I don't have to get all close and all that. Missing a lot of these. That's frustrating. Sometimes you have those off days, you know? Oh, he's already out. So if he's just gonna go for blades repeatedly, I might as well just kite him away. Because he's not completely out of shots, he's still got his EO. Although, gotta say, props for attempting a blade build in this game. This would be the way to do it, I guess. Give me a landing. Nope. Yeah, it's about time to just break out the double rockets, I think. Let's go to the corner. Run out of his shots. Time to just sit here and get ready to take it. As long as he doesn't do like aerial cuts or something like that. Come on, bud. Alright, thank you. Can you get close now? Alright. Yeah, doing it that way, it can work. Because I can at least pop off 2 and then wait for him to go reset. So these do stun him at least. Get a little more out of the air. Caught up damage-wise. Come on, Bile. It's doable too. You just want to sit there, I'm not going to complain, and there you go. Done deal. So, I'm gonna have to go take care of some stuff now, so, I think the farther this goes on, the easier it'll get. It's just some of these early ones are kind of janky. So, oh, hi, Toothpick. Yeah, no, I'm definitely taking a break for now. I don't really feel like dealing with Toothpick's BS today. But, at another time then. So, see you then, take care, and, have a good one.